The buzzing of fluorescent lights hums softly in the modest Greenville courthouse, nestled in the heart of Missouri. It's a typical Wednesday morning. The courtroom, with its worn wooden benches and polished floors, is bustling with locals eager to get their cases resolved and return to their daily lives. Among them is Jessica Carter, a 34-year-old assistant United States attorney for the Eastern District of Missouri. She's dressed sharply in a navy blue dress, her gold bracelet glinting subtly as she adjusts her papers. Jessica sits alone, her face calm but resolute, awaiting her turn. Presiding over the court is Judge Ethan Caldwell, a stern figure in his late 50s with decades of experience. His reputation for swift and often dismissive rulings is well known. Beside him sits a stack of case files, his gavel resting atop them like a symbol of unyielding authority. Jessica is here for what should have been a routine traffic matter. 2 weeks earlier, while returning from a work trip, she was pulled over for allegedly failing to stop at a stop sign. She's confident she'd stopped completely, but chose not to argue with the officer on the scene. Now, she's determined to state her case in court. The clerk calls, case number 1542, Jessica Carter. Jessica rises, her heels clicking softly as she approaches the defendant's table. Judge Caldwell barely looks up from his files as he speaks. Ms. Carter, you're charged with failing to stop at a posted sign. The fine is $300. What do you have to say in your defense? Jessica's voice is steady. Your Honor, I came to a complete stop at that intersection. I believe the officer may have made an error in observation. The judge raises an eyebrow. Are you suggesting the officer lied? His tone carries a sharp edge. Jessica doesn't flinch. Not at all. I'm suggesting it's possible he made a mistake. Judge Caldwell leans back slightly, a faint smirk tugging at his lips. Mistakes happen, Miss Carter, but in this courtroom, we rely on evidence. Without any corroborating proof, the fine stands. You can pay it now or arrange a payment plan. The tension in the room thickens as Jessica holds his gaze, unwavering. Your Honor, I would like the opportunity to make my case more thoroughly before judgment is finalized. Judge Caldwell sighs. This isn't a trial, Ms. Carter. It's a hearing. If you want to argue your case further, hire an attorney and appeal. My ruling stands. Without breaking eye contact, Jessica calmly reaches into her purse and pulls out her wallet. She flips it open, revealing a polished badge alongside her federal ID. Your Honor, she says, her voice firmer now, I'm Jessica Carter, Assistant United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Missouri. I'm not just another defendant. I'm well-versed in the law, the burden of proof, and the principles of fairness. The room falls silent. Even the stenographer pauses mid-typing. Judge Caldwell's expression hardens as the faint smirk vanishes. And what does your position have to do with your traffic violation? He asks coolly. Jessica's tone remains steady. It means I won't be dismissed because of assumptions. I'm asking for fairness, the same fairness every person in this courtroom deserves. Murmurs ripple through the gallery. Judge Caldwell's jaw tightens. Ms. Carter, he says, this courtroom operates independently of your federal position. Your status doesn't exempt you from following traffic laws. Jessica nods. Nor does it exempt you from upholding impartiality. I'm not asking for special treatment, Your Honor. I'm asking for justice. Dismissing my defense without considering the possibility of error doesn't align with the principles of our legal system. The gallery watches intently, the air thick with tension. Even Judge Caldwell seems momentarily unsure of how to respond. Jessica takes a slow breath, then addresses the room. Every day, people walk into courtrooms like this one, hoping for justice, only to feel voiceless and disregarded. I have the means and confidence to speak up, but many do not. This is bigger than me or a $300 fine. It's about the integrity of our justice system. Her words resonate. A young woman in the second row nods subtly, her eyes shining with admiration. A man whispers, she's right, drawing a sharp glare from the bailiff. Judge Caldwell strikes his gavel. Order, he barks, though his voice carries less authority than before. Jessica's voice cuts through the tension. Your Honor, justice isn't about enforcing the letter of the law. It's about understanding its spirit, empathy, fairness, and the willingness to listen. None of us are perfect, but it's our responsibility to recognize and correct our biases. From the back, a young woman stands hesitantly. "Your Honor," she says, "I came here to pay a ticket I thought I couldn't fight." But what Miss Carter said matters. It's not just about her. It's about how we're all treated here. Murmurs grow louder, and Judge Caldwell's frustration is evident. But for the first time, he seems to falter. He clears his throat, glancing at the gallery. "Miss Carter," he says, "you've given me something to consider. While I stand by my ruling, I will reflect on your points." Jessica inclines her head. "Thank you, Your Honor. That's all anyone can ask." As she gathers her belongings, she turns to the gallery. Change doesn't happen in a single moment, but every voice matters. Every step counts. Don't be afraid to take yours. The events of that day leave an indelible mark. Judge Caldwell becomes more introspective, adjusting his courtroom demeanor. The young woman from the gallery begins volunteering with a legal aid group, inspired by Jessica's courage. The story spreads, a testament to the power of standing up for what's right. Jessica's boldness reminds everyone that justice isn't just about laws. It's about people and their voices. And sometimes, all it takes to spark change is one person willing to stand firm and demand fairness.